summer never ends. Where there's blue skies and sunshine and summer never ends. Sitting poolside, get so high and summer never ends.
Hey guys, welcome back to the third episode of Big and Little Adventures with Naya and C. I'm C and this is Naya. So on today's podcast, we're going to discuss just things we're leaving in 2024, things we pack in our bag as far as snacks, and then things we do on the airplane, as well as Naya's latest trip. Really excited for you guys to hear about that. So before we get started, how are you today?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing all right. I would like to take a nap, but
Yeah.
it is what it is.
I've been up at Adams since like 9 a.m. and like 4 p.m. now. So I'm hella tired. I mean, I'm really tired. Sorry.
I would just sleep at like 1 a.m. and I was back up by 4 30. So
that's about me too. And I've been up ever since. But
So-
I've been like,
just a FYI, I am in Georgia with my girl Naya. Woo! Finally, we're together again.
together again.
So something me and I were talking about before we started recording was, do you bring snacks to the airport? And I was like, yes, because I'm not paying $7 for a bag of chips. Like,
Yeah. A bag of Cheez-Its to me.
we didn't say I said Jesus.
No. And the reason I asked you that is because this on my last trip, I had all my snacks laid out on my table on the seat, and this lady was like, "I'm just looking at all your snacks. Like, you really brought it out." I'm like, "Yeah, I don't play." The longer the destination, the more snacks I bring.
Oh, for sure.
You know, like I think I have to have at least one snack per hour.
I mean, I'm not a huge snacker per se, like as far as like snacks. Like I do like food. But I will pack stuff just because I feel like I'm not paying airport prices for stuff. And then I also will bring my really big Starbucks cup where I could just have him add water to it. So then if I want something like my fizz that I drink all the time, I could just add it to the water. And then that way I don't have to pay for expensive airport drinks either. So just something, a FYI or a tip for people who are traveling, be mindful of that. It does get expensive when buying snacks at the airport.
Yeah. But I think even growing up, my nana used to bring pizza.
Wait, we talked about that.
Yeah, we did talk about eating other places. Like, cause she was surprised. I was like, yeah, cause you asked like what I was gonna bring, and I said I'm gonna bring my pasta.
No, you brought pound cake. When
I brought pound cake
with
too.
me and you went to Dallas.
Yeah, I brought pound cake there, but like on the trip that I just went on, I was gonna bring my pasta. You was like, pasta? I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna put it because like if you put it in like the 5 ounce, they have this small little oven thing where you can literally, they got the top of everything. You get it from like Target or whatever. Put that thing in there and then give it to the people. They will heat it up for you. It depends. Delta heats it up for you.
Okay. She's a Delta girl. I'm normally a Southwest girl. My latest flights have been Delta, Alaskan, and United.
Yeah. I've been on Delta. Oh, my last trip was Delta in Iberia.
Oh, okay. Because they're like sister flight to Delta, right?
Kind of, but it's like they have a partnership.
Okay.
You know, but Iberia is a flight that it's the main airline for Spain.
Okay.
So like when you know how like when you come to Atlanta, most of the planes you see are Delta because Atlanta is the hub. When you go to Madrid, most of the planes you're gonna see is Iberia.
So going into where you were, where's your latest trip?
Madrid, Spain, and Marrakesh, Morocco.
Yes, so my girl went 2 places. I'm jealous. Yes, you see me hating because I'm inside the club.
Like, you are inside the club.
I was not on this trip.
You know, and then my mom has a friend, she's around my age as well. Well, she's like 28. And she told my mom, she was like, I see why Naya travels by herself. I'm about to do just like her. I'm like, join the club. I'm like trying to organize a group is just too much for me.
It is. It's a
They're
lot more
literally struggling
compromising.
right now.
Oh, because they're going out of town tomorrow, right?
Today.
And they haven't picked a place
They
yet?
they just picked it right like a few minutes ago. They just
That's
sent it in the
crazy.
group chat. It was like, okay, we're going to da 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 da. Like, whatever. I'm just glad I'm not going.
Which the funny thing is, we and I have talked about this. I do not prefer solo traveling. And so my thing is, we don't have to do stuff together all the time because I'm okay with doing solo activities. But it's like, especially when I'm going far, like I just want to know that somebody else I know is in that city. Like,
yeah, real close to. That's what you said. Like, because people have my location, and that's what people say. Like, even and I'm like, what good is a location gonna do if we hours apart? Like, by the time you get there, if I was to be kidnapped and then you get there, by the time your plane land, baby, I could be dead. Like, I can understand your point of view when you say somebody has to be in the city with you that you know.
Yeah, I'm like, listen, we can stay at the same hotel, different rooms. Just like
Yeah.
I know you there, check in, like, hey girl, let's have dinner together, type stuff.
Yeah.
And then going back to like food. So this is funny. I used to my family is from New York. Well, on my dad's side, I have a lot of family that lived in New York, and I grew up in Ohio. So we used to take the Greyhound to New York all the time. And my grandma used to cook, like cook. Like she would make chicken and waffles, and then she would like wrap it up in the wax paper and then put it inside a foil so then that way it could stay hot.
Yeah.
And like I don't know how, but it was like 4 hours into the trip, and like she opened up fried chicken that's like still crispy,
Yeah.
still like warm. So that is how we kind of originally got on the discussion of what foods we take with traveling.
I love traveling with food.
And then, so I know you're a plane girl, you'll catch a flight in a minute. Other than a plane, what's your favorite alternative method of travel?
Depends on where I'm at. So, like, I've taken trains. I've taken a train from New York to Connecticut.
Oh, that's what's up.
So I've done that before. I drive a lot, and you know, all my life. So I have a cousin. Me and my cousins are stair steps. So it's like my big brother was born in '98. Then my cousin was born in '99. My other cousin, like 2000, and then me, 2001. So we all was like, we're gonna get together when we get older, and we're just gonna get an RV. And we always told each other that we're like, we're gonna get an RV, y'all. We're gonna put our money together. We're gonna get an RV. We're gonna road trip. We don't even know where we go. We was like, we just gonna keep going until the gas run out. Then we're gonna fill it up and keep going again. You know, so I think that would be. I can't wait to do that one. But I like driving too. But my preference is a plane. Like I will hop on the plane in a minute. I'd rather like I was just talking to somebody like my coworker because I was saying how I've flown from Atlanta, Georgia to Columbus, Georgia, and mind you, it's only like 1.5 hour drive, almost 2 2 hour drive. I'm not driving that. If I have the choice to take a flight, like a short 25-minute, 30-minute flight versus a long ass drive that I gotta take by myself, I said I'll hop on that plane.
I feel that.
So it really depends.
I honestly prefer a boat though. Like I've done like day trips for boats. I've done like a cruise. And then I've done like almost like it was like a yacht-esque. Yeah. Like we went on a day party. And I just feel like that would be my alternative to a plane. And then it's funny about the RV story. So I've told you about my little cousin Ciasia who passed away. Yeah. So me and her we had all these plans. So I'm like, I'm still gonna do all of our plans. Yeah. We talked about it. And one of our things was with the RV. Yeah. We were gonna drive Route 66. Yeah. So she have a baby.
My mom that I want to do Route 66.
So she have a baby that's 2. Yeah. So I'm going to take her. I'm sorry. I don't know. I'm not gonna lie. The baby might be 3 for real. Yeah, the baby just turned 3 a couple months ago. So I'm going to take her like with me because I feel like everything that Ciasia couldn't take her to do, I'm definitely gonna take her.
Do it. Yeah, yeah. That's understandable. I've been on one cruise in my life.
Oh, the one your very first vacation you said?
No, that wasn't my very first vacation. I've been on vacation since a kid.
That was the first time you went out the country, you said, to the Bahamas.
Yeah, that was my first international trip. But that was the only time I've been on a cruise. And did I tell you about like how I was on that cruise and it was a small cruise? It wasn't like a Carnival or Caribbean or nothing. It was really small. And then I got a text from this boy that was in my class, and he asked me. He said, "Are you getting hamburgers or hot dogs?" Mind you, I was in the line. What do you mean? He was like, "Are you getting hamburgers or hot dogs?" I'm like, "What do you mean?" Then I turned around and he was
like,
right behind me. How did you get on the same ship with me? And it's not even one of the bigger ones.
That is creepy.
That's crazy.
Okay, so I took a cruise with my aunt and my cousin, and I met this family. Like, so I don't know if other people have been on cruises like that are in our audience. But on our cruise, they kind of, if you're a single parent and you travel with your kids, they'll try to pair you at dinner time with another family to help you out with your kids. So
That's nice.
I know, like when we went on a Disney cruise, I was me and the kids were with this mom with 2 daughters, and so like that was really fun. So I'm her Facebook friend. She just got married. Like, congratulations, Boo, love you.
Yeah.
But yeah, so when the first time I did that was with my aunt, and so we were at this at the dinner table with this mom, dad, and like their son, and their son was around my age. And it's funny because like I still am friends with him to this day. Like,
Yeah.
and that was 20
long ago.
2008. Like, it was so long ago. Like something crazy. But
Long
like,
ago.
yeah. So I definitely feel like on cruises you have the opportunity to, like, if it's not people you know, to get to know people better, especially if it's like a longer cruise. Like I think ours was 7 days. So then it's like you have dinner with those people for a whole
7 days
week.
is crazy.
Oh,
Y'all basically family at the end of
Yeah, like I'm still in touch
like
with
you
them.
have no choice but to be friends. Like they make y'all be friends. That's literally crazy.
Well, I guess we kind of want to keep it moving, just because this might be a little bit of a shorter episode. We got plans, baby. It's New Year's. No, but so we talked about how favorite mode of transportation, things we want to leave in 2024. So we had told you guys, we haven't written it out yet, but we are going to write it down and burn it. So did you want to go first with your list, or you want me to go first?
You go first.
Okay, so the number one thing that I am leaving in 2024 is other people's opinions of me. I do not give a crap what you have to say about me. I kind of always didn't really care, but I always defend myself.
Yeah.
Like, you
especially
can think what you
name,
think,
you know?
but like I'm going to defend myself. But in 2025, I don't got nothing to say to y'all, because at the end of the day, none of y'all sign my checks. None of y'all put money in my account, other than if your name is Natasha or Loretta. Or Latrice. Those are the only people who sending me money. So like I don't care what you have to say. And so I would gladly ask that you keep it to yourself, because it's not going to change what I'm going to do. And you're just going to be the one disappointed, because I'm gonna still do what I'm gonna do. The second thing is procrastination. I am a person who like will literally lay in bed until the last possible second and then rush and stress myself out. Prior to Naya getting here today, I literally laid in bed until she knocked on the door. My hair was still up in pin curls. Like, I still had on the outfit from earlier. I was not trying at all. So I'm definitely going to just break my task down into smaller steps. Because my thing is, when I take on a big challenge, I get overwhelmed, because it's like I can't see the end. So I'm like, no, I'm gonna take it step by step so that I can like eliminate that procrastination. And then the third thing that's like really big for me is money management. So I used to do this all the time, where I had a spreadsheet, and every month I print it out. And even on my credit card balances, like I say the minimum payment versus the full amount, and then I have a column of what I actually spent. And then that way I knew where all of my money was going. I stopped doing that, and I feel like I open my bank account and I'm like, $250 left. Like, what? So I just want to be more mindful of where my money is going, and then as well as like putting some aside. My grandfather tells me all the time, he's like, you need to have a rainy day fund. And I'm like, okay, that's tomorrow. And I didn't live my life the way I want to live it. But I also know that like I would still want to plan for the future. And even if I do that.
And if you do die tomorrow, you need money for the funeral.
I'll get that covered.
Okay.
But I have family members that like could definitely use the money, like if something, and I do have a will, so like my little cousins will
I'm
get
not
money
that
from me.
prepared.
Well, it's because my little cousin used to live with me, so I felt like if I passed away, I want to make sure they was taken care
Good. Okay. That's it?
of. That's my big three, but like I have other stuff.
That was 4, I think.
Uh, Procrastination, people's opinions, and money management.
Okay. Mine is kind of similar. I'm gonna steal your first 2. All 3.
Now
I'm
she's stealing
stealing
my
all
stuff.
3. So all 3 that she said goes to me too. Another thing though I will add to the list is hey, I was over here thinking and then I forgot. I was thinking hard too.
Oh, we're both gonna be. We have talked about this before, but we're leaving chaos behind, and I mean that in the sense of like being more intentional. So we both say how we want to be more
organized.
Yeah. So chaos, it don't got no part around it. You got to go.
And I want to leave not only negative people but negative energy within myself.
That's
like,
true.
because sometimes like you could. Most of the stuff that I would think that I want to do, I always talk myself out of doing it, even though it could like better my life in some type of way. So like even this podcast, that's one step closer to me leaving my negative thoughts behind, And yeah, that and doubts.
I have to agree with that. Self-doubt is
crazy.
You be your biggest op. Like no op can say the stuff I say about
besides myself. But I also don't have no competition besides myself either. So it's like my brain, you know how your brain split in 2 sides. It's like one side is telling me like you can do this, like you gonna be better than you were an hour ago. The other side is like you still the same person. You know what I mean? So it's like they battling together, and I gotta find a way to let one of them win because they not gonna mesh.
I'm gonna send you some.
It's giving Gemini twins. You know the Gemini twins.
Yeah,
that's what my brain is giving.
One of the books that like was really good for me was I love Joyce Meyer. I do read Christian books. But Battlefield of the Mind, and just realizing that your mind is a muscle and you have to exercise it to get it to be in a place you want it to be. That was really big for me. And that does help with self-doubt because like I said, like I have been my biggest hater. Like anything that a hater has ever said about me, I probably said 10 times worse. That's why your opinion can't get to me.
Could never.
So I definitely feel like we have to be more intentional with that. So I'm gonna send you that, but we might do it together. We're talking about a book club. That might be
book club.
The next thing. Yeah. So stay tuned. We might be doing a book club. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Me and I come up with ideas every day. And we're just gonna do it. We execute it. Like what? Like I would rather try 1,000 things and fail at 999 of them than to not have tried them and failed at starting. Yeah, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Period. And we ballers out here. Yeah. Anyways. Talk about like doing stuff that is free. Because I know a lot of you guys, like we talk about trips we take. Traveling is expensive, but there are so many things that you can do that are less expensive. What you about to say? That? Oh, okay. And one of the things that I am not as big on because I don't like outside because I got bugs, but I want to be more involved in is national parks. I love them. So I've been to a couple and I've like really liked them and like enjoyed my time there. But also I've gone in like off season. So it wasn't like too hot, too cold. It wasn't the bugs, the sweating. Because that's where I'm like fall is the best time for me to be outside. I agree with that. I love fall. I love the fall. I love the chilliness. You can wear your little cardigan. You can look cute with your little boots. Another like a lot of times places offer free stuff on your birthday. Yeah. So one of our friends was telling us how she went to the aquarium here in Georgia for her birthday for free. Mm-hmm. You gotta have your ID though. You can't be lying to the people saying it's your birthday. Like I lied to Krispy Kreme when I want a free donut. Y'all see what I be dealing with. Like, look,
California Pizza Kitchen.
Yeah.
If you tell them it's your birthday, they'll give you like the little butter cake with the Haagen-Dazs
I'm
ice
screaming.
cream. Girl, it'll be April. I be like, it's my birthday. I'll go.
Haagen-Dazs, you see this?
California Pizza. Y'all see this? She's a liar. I'm a liar. A liar is a creep. Oh, for real.
But so there are things that you like free. Also, for example, in DC, if you take the train to the zoo, they only charge you $2. So
I was gonna say the zoo in Chicago is free.
oh, I didn't know that.
I went to it. It was free. Walk right in.
And then they have like in every city almost they have like a children's museum. A lot of times, children's museums are less expensive and they're fun and interactive.
I love children's museums, babe. I need a baby. Just if I had a kid, we'll be at the children's museum every week. And our children's museum, I don't know if everybody else's, but they change it up. They have things and stuff. Like, girl, I remember one time I went was Paw Patrol. I said, "Ooh, they had the little costumes and everything." I said, "This where I need to work because they be lit."
In Youngstown, they have Youngstown, Ohio. Let me specify that because there's Youngstown in other places too. Mm-hmm. But Youngstown, Ohio, they have the Oh Wow Museum in downtown Youngstown, and that's one of my favorites. I worked as a preschool teacher for like almost 10 years, mm-hmm. and that was my number one field trip. I loved it. I had a ball. I don't know if the kids had a great time, but I had a great time.
Yes. It was this one lady, she said she took her grandkids to the Puppetry of the Arts every Sunday.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, that is something I would do.
And then when you're out of town on Tuesdays, most Regal theaters have like discount movie day. So you can go see the latest film, like whatever film came out on Thursday or Friday, you can go see it for like $6.50 versus like the $12 ticket.
And right now, I think AMC has a deal where if you see any movie before 4:00, it's 25% off.
Oh, that's what's up. So yeah, just don't think that to do activities or travel, it has to be super expensive. I've done day trips where we just drive somewhere real quick. Like Virginia Beach is a couple hours away from us. So me and the kids we drove really early in the morning. I did it while they were sleeping. Then that way, by the time they woke up, we were at the beach, spent the day at the beach, and then we drove home. Mm-hmm. So just be mindful, there are activities that you can do or participate in that are not all that expensive. For example, like my trip down here, the Airbnb is probably going to be the most expensive thing that I do. Other things that I've done, like I said, I travel places where I have family. So I'm gonna go visit my family tomorrow. I have New Year's dinner with them. Me and the girls had girls' night yesterday. That was a blast. And so it doesn't have to be anything too extravagant. Like stay within your budget. Like don't ever try to compare yourself to the next person or try to keep up with the Joneses. Do what's within your budget and what's gonna make you and your family happy.
And most people will, like most countries, like the most expensive thing you would buy is the ticket to That's get true. There. Cause like, so when I went to Morocco, when I went to Morocco, my place, I probably stayed there for like 3 days. It was $100. And they had like everything, breakfast included. I ate breakfast there every day. If I was, what was it, 7 to 11? I made sure I was there at least by 9 so I could, be good. And then like I do a lot of tours when I go out of the country as well. That way my transportation can be covered for, because I don't want to buy taxis and everything. So most of the time they'll have like hotel pickup and drop off. So I paid $32 for.
Oh yeah, you did the 4-wheelers.
Yeah, I did ATVs, camera, dinner and a show. And they gave me transportation to it from my hotel. So I had free breakfast that morning. Then I ate the dinner there. I literally didn't pay for my meal for real. Right. So stuff like, even if you want to go out the country, it's easy to look for stuff like that. Stuff that has transportation included, dinner included. Because I also did when I was in Colombia, we did a 5-island tour. So it was a boat ride from like 9 a.m. to like 5 p.m. And we was going country. Food was included in that too. And I think that was only like $20. The stuff was cheap. and you get a lot of experience with it. You get a lot of stuff with it, you know.
The other
So-
thing is, if there are very popular destinations, they're going to charge you more as an American, which we kind of talked about this last
Yeah.
week. But the same thing, like if you go on a cruise and you go on the excursion, like you pay
Oh.
for the excursions right off the boat, it's going to be more expensive. For example, when we went on this last cruise this in June, me and my family, they're like, as soon as you get off the boat, there are people waiting for you, and they're like, "Oh,
Yeah.
I'll take you on a tour. I'll take you on a tour."
Yeah.
Only $30, $30. But if you pay $30 per person, that's going to add up quickly.
Yeah.
So I kept telling my family, like, come on, y'all. We passing this, we were in the Grand Cayman. So we passed like the initial port and we went into the city, and then we got a bus and we paid $7 a person. The guy dropped us off and picked us up, and he took us to a private beach, and then we just paid for food once we got there. But like, so in my immediate family, it's my grandparents, my mom. My mom has 2 siblings, and then each of them have kids. So like automatically it's 12 of us, no matter what we do.
That was a lot.
It wasn't even everybody there. So our stuff will get really costly if we try to do everything.
I don't travel with that many people.
It's okay. We're gonna make Nia come to our next family vacation.
I will not go.
It's a cruise.
I hate cruises. I
Don't
don't
start
like.
with
I don't
me.
like water.
She'll be on the next one. She's trying to make me go to the Houston rodeo and watch.
I didn't.
She's
no, I didn't try to make you. Jazz and Amber said they want to go, but you was like, they said, see, you going to the Houston rodeo with me. I said, see, don't have to go to the Houston rodeo. That's her choice.
This is why. So we're going to get personal here.
I never force nobody to go anywhere.
So what? I'll force you. I don't care. She thinking because she don't do it, then I won't. It's for real. But
My mom might be coming with us. She can come with her.
to the Houston rodeo. Yeah, I know because
And my
what
cousins.
is that?
My cousins. It's gonna be a family affair.
Oh, look at you going on a family trip.
Only to Houston. They can't get more out of me. Like what?
Not as
That
I'm
is
traveling
funny.
for family, clearly.
And our flight, like we
Okay.
might not be on the same one. I might just get the one after them.
Okay, so something random that I'm gonna bring up. What did you get anything surprising you on Christmas and like a gift? Or what was your favorite gift?
Nothing. I only got money.
Oh, I gotta talk to your mom.
Why? She didn't even give me money. I told her to put the money she was gonna give me to my car note.
First of all, you got a Christmas gift yesterday that surprised you
What was it?
from Amber.
It didn't surprise me though. It was really nice, but
What you mean it didn't surprise you?
I expected her to make it because she was.
But you didn't know what she was gonna make.
Okay, but it was really cute. It
Here
wasn't
you
like
go, unsurprised.
it was really cute though. We should show them so they can shop with her.
Did you show them?
I don't know, but she can.
We'll get back to you. If she sells it, we'll put it in the link in the chat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She said she liked to make crowds. She do it with her little cricket. It's really
Yeah,
cute.
but I don't know if she's selling right now. She might, be in hiatus.
I love that word. Do you have random words that you love?
Mm-hmm.
Which words?
Debauchery.
Okay, what does it mean?
It's like corrupt or like really raunchy, like just ratchet.
You
It's
just
like it's
love
the
it.
foremost way to
Why
say
do
it.
you love it?
So my friend used to be a rapper. It's so funny. So my friend raps and sings. She's like so multi-talented. She
Mhm.
wrote a book, owns
Ooh.
her own business. Like
Period.
my girl, anything she put her mind to do, she can do it,
She
and
can
I
do
love
it.
her. So she used to go to the studio, and I would go to the studio with her all the time.
Mhm.
So we would look for synonyms and stuff, and then
Yeah.
I would just be in the studio chilling. So every time we go, I would pick up a book, and I would just be like, "All right, I'm about to find a new word today." Yeah,
Debauchery.
debauchery.
I don't know. Besides hiatus, I don't know if I have another one. I say diabolical a lot.
Oh yes.
That's really diabolical. Like
Stop doing. Listen,
that
lately
is
stuff has been
ludicrous. That is
diabolical for real.
But like I see some diabolical shit every day. Like the thing I was telling you about before I can't say it on here, but the thing with the girl twerking and stuff.
It just be too much.
Diabolical.
People be doing too much stuff. So I do have a question. Do you ever look up world events before you go to a place, or like news?
Yes. Oh no. Never.
That's interesting.
I look up, but most of the I can't even say. Most of the stuff I look up is if they have something going on besides like I don't like the news. I think the news is really depressing. I've always thought that since I was a kid. Because my grandma used to always have the news on every time I went to my great auntie's or uncle's house. Always have the news on. And I just thought it was depressing. I'm like the news never put anything good out. You know,
It doesn't, but also,
but I just
you need to be informed.
Well, you know we have the CNN Center here.
Oh yeah, that's true.
We went to the CNN Center for every field trip. So like, well, because they have like this big cafeteria. So like, if we went to the aquarium, CNN Center, Coca-Cola factory, CNN Center, like we could be all the way in Tucker. You don't know what that is, but it's like 20 minutes from downtown. We go to the CNN Center. I'm like, yo, like chill at the CNN Center. But being that we could literally see them recording, for the stuff, I'm like, bro, I'm just tired of. I was tired, so I don't look it up. I just hope and pray. I pray when I get there. I pray before I take off because my friend, she's Muslim. She prays for everything, and she taught me like I literally pray before anything moves around me. So like, if I'm in a vehicle, I'm praying. If I'm on a plane, I'm praying. Like I pray before and after. So,
which I definitely. Prayer is just a conversation with God.
Yeah.
Like you should be in conversation with him all day.
All day. But I just pray it goes well, especially when I'm solo traveling. I just be
So for my job, I have to look up like travel
management,
like travel stuff. So with that being said, that also made me be more mindful of what's going on in other countries. Mm-hmm. So I also don't watch the news. I'm just talking smack to you. But I do feel like now that I know the websites to look up, I do like look up places, even if it's just something that I'm interested in going. Yeah. Like, what's the weather around this time of year? Like, what is common as far as like
and I look up if I need a visa.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I've been a lot of places they were protesting. Like I've been to when I went to Mexico City, they were protesting. They was protesting. They was having a feminist protest, and they was protesting for Palestine. When I went to Italy last December, January, they was protesting for Palestine. I went to Peru in 2022. They was protesting. Like I've been a lot of places, and they were protesting. I was like,
yeah, I don't even want to be bothered with that.
I was like, they protest more than America. We need to get up. We need to shuffle our boots to get to them, because they was protesting. I feel like
different places are going to have different well, I'll talk to you about that offline. But I just feel like it's going to be more impactful or less impactful in certain
like when I went to Iceland, Iceland's supposed to be like Switzerland almost. Like they don't really be in really.
They're very neutral.
Yeah. So we was like, oh, y'all peaceful, peaceful around here. We chilling. It was me and my friend. It was our first trip ever together. We don't know why we went to Iceland. We just both said Iceland, let's do it. So we get in there, and then the day after we come back home, we see here go protest for women's rights. It was like, where was this when we was there? Like, I actually like to see protests when I'm there. I'm enjoying it if I can.
There are different places where my issue is like police brutality.
Oh yeah.
And like also again with my job, like I have to be mindful of like the image that I have and stuff. So with that being said, I try to limit like my exposure to certain things. Mm-hmm. But yeah, no, I definitely feel like if it's a cause that I 100% agree with and support, then I would be open to it. Just again, like study up on stuff.
I just like the element of surprise.
You love to be surprised, girl. And tell me everything up front.
I don't have time for that. But I don't mind though. But if I know something is coming, like I don't like to be surprised when I read books or when I watch TV. Okay. I want to know if a person is going to die that I like, so I will search it up before.
Okay, that's interesting.
Or if I'm reading a book I will if I'm like I could be 5 chapters in. I'm skipping to the end just to see how it is. And now
Oh yeah, I don't. I want no with a book. I want to be surprised.
no.
Oh,
That
okay.
would
That's the other
determine
thing we
if I
said we
want
was
to
going to
finish
talk about. I'm glad you brought that up.
it.
So when you were on a plane, what do you like to keep yourself busy? Because I know you take more frequent, like long trips. Like your last time, one flight was 10 hours and the other flight was
the most. So the flight to Madrid was 7 hours and 50 minutes, so 8 hours. And then the flight from Madrid to Morocco was just 2 hours. So together they were 10.
okay.
So what I do on a plane when it's long like that, or any plane, I sleep for the most part. So like if the flight is within 3 to 4 hours, I'm gonna sleep the whole time. I'll wake up, it'll be like 10 minutes left. And I'll be so I'm like, dang, how did I wake up at this time? Wake up 10 minutes left every time. But on a long journey, I would sleep for like 4 hours, maybe. And I only sleep 4 hours a day every day. Yeah, so
I know.
4 hours, and then I'll read, I'll eat. I don't really watch the TV, but with Delta, they have it to where you can sync your Paramount Plus. So like I can watch my own stuff versus what they have on there. So I'll do that if I have something that I want to watch.
I feel that.
But for the most part, I'll read. I don't really like to talk to people.
It depends on my mood. Like sometimes I'm talkative. When I just came down here on Sunday,
You making friends?
Yeah, I made friends at the airport.
Yeah, I made friends.
They were so sweet too. And they were actually, it was funny because I ended up telling them about our podcast.
Okay.
And she gave me some places that we should go visit. So I'm gonna add that to our list. But yeah, so I will talk to people. It just depends. Oh, like the lady next to me was speaking Spanish. Actually, I'll take that back. She's speaking Portuguese.
Yeah.
Which is close to Spanish, like as far as some words overlap. But I couldn't get her accent. I was like, she's not from Portugal. Like, where is this lady from?
Brazil.
So like, yes, that's where she was from.
Yeah.
But it wasn't a strong Brazil accent.
Portugal and Brazil, like the main two countries that use Portuguese.
Well, okay, so what she was saying to her daughter, it was like, again, like because some of the words overlap, I wasn't sure if she was speaking. I was like, she may be speaking Spanish, like just a different dialect that I'm not used to. So I had to ask her. So then I talked to her for a couple of minutes. So. And then I was knocked out. And then I forgot my neck pillow, y'all. I still got a crank in my neck from this. So I travel everywhere with my neck pillow strapped onto the top of my book bag. And I took it off because I went on a road trip. And I'm so upset that I ever did that because the last 2 flights that I've taken, I've been without a neck pillow and my neck is not right.
One was to Dallas.
I mean, they weren't long flights.
They were long, but if you the type that need a neck pillow, I don't need a neck pillow. Because you know the headrest move in, right?
First of all, I sleep like this. So I had a little neck.
Why do you sleep like that?
On a plane?
Yes.
Probably because I sit, like, I don't sit straight up. Like, I sit kind of slat.
Babe, I lean that seat back. I'll be like this.
Oh, and I don't like people to lean their seat back, so I don't lean my seat back.
Oh, no, I believe.
No, it depends on if I'm on a long flight. When we went to LA, okay, I'm not about to sit up here for 5 hours.
Yeah,
sitting straight up.
No, I'm gonna leave my seat back, and don't let me be a premium when Delta One, because babe, I'm gonna lay down.
Now listen.
I got something.
First of all, if I had like it, do about those. Y'all did not want so
it's gonna be short, and I feel like this is long.
It's not. It probably is. All right.
Yeah.
So before we wrap this up, we always do millennial versus Gen Z. So today's topic, we're gonna talk about how we use electronics. And the reason why I kind of thought about this was last night. Naya was pissed because she was using a remote to the TV, and she's like, "Why can't I just talk to it?" And I'm like, "Oh my god!"
And then I'm talking to it.
I'm like, "Oh my god, that's such a Gen Z thing." So I am very particular about how I use certain electronics.
Okay.
And I also don't like to change the brands of electronics. For example, my big 70-inch TV is a Fire TV. But then we have a 50-inch TV and have Apple TV plugged up to it. So those are the only two I like to use. Like, I don't want to use Roku. I don't want to use Google Chrome. I don't want those other things. Don't offer them to me. I don't want them. When I come to your house and you have those things, it's stressful.
I got Roku.
so true.
I don't watch TV though, so my family, the house has Roku.
Okay.
I don't have Roku.
No, I'm a Fire TV girl, Apple TV.
Fire Stick. I remember when those came out, and everybody was trying to like
jailbreak them.
jailbreak it. How do you
Yeah.
jailbreak a Fire Stick?
First of all, it's all over YouTube if you want to look it up. Not expensive, no. But yeah, so I definitely am not with that. So, what is something that you have as far as electronics that you know is specific to your generation?
I don't know.
It's so many things, I bet.
What are they?
Oh, one, y'all don't know, y'all multitask everything.
Okay.
So even if you like watching TV on your phone,
Oh, yeah.
you'll be on FaceTime or like doing something else. Like,
So the thing is with me, I don't, like I said, I don't use TV. I watch everything on my phone. I will watch, and I watch TV while I drive. I know, illegal maybe, but the thing
they
is,
don't like that.
no. But the thing is, the phone, like, so in Georgia, you can't have your phone in your hand or in your lap.
Oh yeah,
You know, so if you prop
my
up,
hands free. Yeah,
it's hands, like, it's not against the law. So that's one thing when you say multitask. Another thing is I watch TV on my phone, but I will be watching TV and reading a book on my phone at the same time.
yeah, doing too much.
Yeah, and it'll be a book about romance, and the show would be SWAT.
Yeah, that's not true. You're doing too
Like
much.
different genres, they all, and I just be like. And another thing is, I don't know. I think that's it. Maybe.
So before we go,
Again.
we done. Our next episode, I'm sorry, I'm looking at my calendar because y'all know I'm old and I don't know dates. And the last time I told y'all to come back on January 31st. Clearly it is December 31st.
You said January 31st?
Yes. I watched it on the recording and I just let it go because I was like, I'm not doing this.
Oh God, you should have put the words on there. January 30th. I mean December 31st.
It's all right.
You don't know how to put words on there.
I do. But
Millennial.
I do. Shut up.
She like,
Anywho, I put it in the description. But our next episode is going to be on January 14th. So make sure you guys tune into that. And then
okay, yeah.
I know how to count now. And then as far as like we said, we were going to shout out a product or whatever at the end of each of our videos. So today's product is the Cordisi Cheesies. Well, Cordisi Fanta Cheesies. I think that's how you say it.
Yeah.
If you haven't already, go support our guy Cordell Beckham. His cheeses came out from the Citrus Bowl and it's still in stock. So go support my guy. Yes, it's $25, but do it. It's worth it. You supporting Black Love.
Yes,
baby.
it's $25. Oh, America only.
Oh, it's only available in America. If you live out the country, just inbox us. We'll help you.
We'll help you.
I bought some CoverGirl products for my friend to come and sent them to her overseas. So I'm down with that. If you want it, just hit us up. I love you guys. Until next time.
Travel and be free.
Sky gets so high and summer never ends. Where there's blue skies and sunshine and summer never ends. Sitting poolside gets so high and summer never ends.